Welcome to Dance with Disease. My name is Dustin Anderson, also known as the Purple Pirate. In 2016, my index finger started wiggling, which is great if you're training a dog, but I don't have a canine companion. And then the word Parkinson's came into my life. Or as my alter ego would say, Parkinson's. I knew from the beginning that this was not the downward spiral of doom as guaranteed by the brochures, but a kick in the ass to look at my life and change. This podcast is dedicated to sharing my magical journey of healing through trying every alternative therapy imaginable. Thanks for joining me. Let's dance. Good morning and welcome to Dance with Disease. My name is Dustin and I am dancing with Parkinson's, and the dance continues. So for me, this is a crazy journey about healing fear. And in my show Shake and Rattle and Rolling, I'm exploring what I believe has led to the cause of this, and it was my childhood. So craziness. So there was a theory explored, or proof, that when you have experienced trauma as a child, your cognitive ability and your emotional growth, one of them or both of them, I can't remember, but gets stunted. My mother being an example. My mother was this is something that she would not understand, but she had a really traumatic childhood, and her cognitive ability or her emotional intelligence is an expression of that. And and I get triggered crazy because I'm trying to evolve, but and I guess this is with everybody, right? We are a product of our environment, and unless we are exposed to the information that, and this is everyone, they exposed to different information, and I have been, and I try, but those old triggers, oh boy, will I get triggered. Ooh, daddy. And have several times. I'm getting better. I'm getting way better, and I'm getting better at articulating my needs. And so I figure my mom, and I mean, thankfully she's not on the internet, so I can be honest about this, but she's probably got the emotional capacity of I estimate a 4 or 5 year old, because she had such a traumatic childhood, and then she turned to alcohol. There's nothing else in her small town in northern Alberta, and so I'm wondering I had this epiphany, like, what is mine? My trauma was around the same age, and certainly I look at my behaviors very differently now. And I have certainly behaved very immaturely throughout my life, and and to my benefit at times. And I guess the process is to acknowledge that, and then love that inner child, and then just try to transform that energy, that frantic energy, into productive things where you're not pushing other people away like a child, which I have done. So my epiphany this morning, I was rehearsing the show, and we were going into the depths of my childhood and the abandonment I felt or experienced, as well as the trauma and the violence, and then the molestation. And in my epiphany this morning was that I was the guy who molested me, Sean Sullivan, took pictures of me in the shower. I mean, this is heavy shit. I thought it was a game, right? I was a kid, and I thought it was a game, and I tried to take pictures of him in the shower, but he never let, for whatever reason. It was just such a dark period. But what I realized is that I was an extrovert throughout my entire life. I spent a lot of time working out and puffing up my body to make it to create barriers, and then I was an exhibitionist, and I would yeah, I wouldn't necessarily do naked photos, but there were lots of photos of me with my shirt off, flexing muscles. Lots. And I'm glad those days are done. Yeah, I'm carrying that. I've carried that with me. Yeah, interesting. I was a huge extrovert, and I find I have less interest in that now, partially because it feels so vulnerable. But I mean, and vulnerability isn't necessarily a problem, but it was interesting to correlate the two this morning and see how a traumatic experience shaped my behavior for many years. Interesting. What experiences in your life have shaped your behavior? What is... Yeah, I'm interested to shine a light on my experience. My years may or may not be as traumatic, or in reality, everyone's fighting a hard battle. Everybody's doing their best with the information they have, and I'm giving you information from my journey. Hopefully that'll help you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Love and light to you.
Thank you for listening to Dance with Disease. For more podcasts, links to books mentioned, or to book the theater production Shaken, Rattled, and Rolling, log on to dancewithdisease.com. My name is Dustin Anderson. Thank you for joining me.